Gang, real quick before we get the episode started, we got a hot new merch alert.
Oh, yeah.
Want everybody to know that if you want to get down on the cards, if you missed them, we got them back in stock, baby. Pick up a pack. And Kippy, what else we got?
Oh, baby. Beer koozies. Drink with a little bit of class with your Like a Gentleman beer koozie. Packs of 3 available only. Guys, go to rugarbage.bigcartel.com. The link will be in the description of the YouTube and the audio. Click it. Limited run while supplies last.
Yeah, get it. Play the game with your family. Get a hammer. It's a bit of a koozie. Summer ain't over yet, baby.
Do it.
Welcome to another exciting edition of Are You Garbage? The show where you find out if your favorite comedians are classy individuals or absolute trash. Now, here are your hosts, Kevin Ryan and H. Foley.
Hey, everybody out there,
Love
welcome back to everybody's favorite new podcast. This is Are You Garbage?
Yep.
It's a little show. We sit down with your favorite comedians, and we find out if they grow up to be classy or if they're just a big old piece of trash.
Mm-hmm.
I'm your host, H. Foley, coming at you on a beautiful day down here in Aunt Tootie's basement. She wants me to make an announcement to the folks out there.
Okay.
She wants you to come check her out tonight at the open mic at the Comedy Cabaret in Northeast Philadelphia.
It's a great place.
She's getting into the family business.
Okay.
She's working out 5 minutes. She's got a bit about you that kills. I don't
Yeah.
know what to tell you.
All right.
So please go and check her out. My co-host is coming at you unamused from right next to me.
Per
He's
usual.
the CEO of Are You Garbage. He's really an international businessman, to be honest with you. He's kind of the head bozo around here, so show him a little respect. Give it up for Kevin James Ryan.
Hey, gang. Happy to be here. A little bit of business. As always, please make sure you rate, review, subscribe on iTunes. Full video available on YouTube. And as you know, those numbers are
True to roof.
cooking. Patreon.com. I mean, what are we doing? That thing's really cooking over there.
Love that money.
And then we just dropped merch. Go get the merch. The link will be in the description. We got beer koozies and the card game is
Cards
back.
are back, baby.
Yeah.
Get them cards while they're hot. How about a quick shout out to our producer extraordinaire, T-Bone McMuffin, Toby McMullen.
What's up, dudes?
T-Bone, welcome back, buddy.
Good to see you, buddy. We love you. And gang, we could not be more excited, and I mean could not be more excited to have our incredibly special guest here with us today for the first time. Everybody's been asking for. We're
Tagging
all
us
excited.
in all of her comments. You got to get her on.
She's over here from the left coast. We had to grab her while she was in town. She is a very funny, very successful stand-up comedian, actor, podcaster, and writer. She has appeared in Grand Theft Auto 5, The Long Dumb Road, Those Who Can't, This Is Not Happening, Your Mom's House, Gotham Comedy Live, Money from Strangers, Adam Devine's House Party, 15 episodes of Chelsea Lately,
Damn.
Last Call with Carson Daly, Roast Battle at Midnight, WTF with Marc Maron, Lights Out with David Spade. She's in the Comedy Store documentary. You've seen her on Good For You with Whitney Cummings, of course, the Joe Rogan Experience, and she's one of the extremely funny co-hosts of the amazing podcast Trash Tuesday. But the big question in everybody's mind today, here today,
Uh-huh.
How
is
many
she
times was I
garbage?
raped? Who molested you to get you here?
She's from a small town called Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and the devil knows their own. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one, the only, Annie Lederman. Everybody.
Hi, guys. Thank you for having
Thanks
me.
for coming.
Good to see
This
you,
is-
buddy.
I'm sorry I was 3.5 hours late.
Sure, yeah. I thought at one point I'm like, did we mean next Tuesday? What the
I
fuck's going on?
honestly-
Big time in this. I like it.
No. I was like, I wonder if they think I'm big time. But I mean a little, I guess. I just
You're
woke up
showing-
and was like, I don't know how to get around New York anymore. I'm
Yeah.
like, it's so embarrassing. I
Yeah.
really I don't know how to do it.
Yeah. Well,
I told
also,
you
I want to
really-
share. I want to share the text that I
Yes,
got.
okay.
Hey, I'm running late. I have to run to my hotel to wash off my swamp ass. Then I'm heading up.
I know.
Class.
I honestly didn't know you had gained so much weight. I wouldn't have washed it off to make you feel a little solidarity. But
First thing
it was.
she said when she walked in.
Yeah.
I was. I'm glad,
It's hard. It's hard to miss.
I thought the black would slim me out a little bit.
No, I don't know how to get around this town. I don't.
It's
even
tough.
know
A
how
lot's
to-
changed
It's
too
kooky
since
now,
you've been.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everything's all. The subway's fucked up. The taxis are fucked
No,
up.
and I'm
the
going
Uber's
like,
fucked up.
which direction? I was like, which direction's
You
ninth?
lived
which
here for
direction-
how many years?
I was here 4 years the first time and 1 year the next time. So it's actually not that much.
Oh, so you're saying you got geographically confused?
I don't know where the hell I am. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what part of town I'm staying in.
Lay off the goofballs, will you?
Spring Street's near it. Is that Lower East
That,
Side?
yeah. Soho,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know
It's
exactly
Soho or
where you
something.
are.
Okay,
Soho,
okay,
Lower
okay.
East Side.
Where are you staying while you're in town? What area?
I think Soho.
We just said that.
Oh, you did? Is that what you're talking about? I apologize.
I was like, do you want the room number?
Yeah,
Jesus.
Are you doing a hotel or Airbnb?
I'm
What are
doing
you
a hotel.
yeah. That's
You know what I realized? I don't want Airbnb. I don't want to do it. I don't want to be
Nice.
in your shit. I don't know. You have to meet up with the person. You got to make sure everything.
It can be a little wacky. I used to be a big Airbnb guy, but anymore, now that we go on the road, the hotels are better.
Yeah,
Love the
I don't want to
hotel.
see anyone's shit. I want someone to come in, make my bed if I want it. I mean, I don't actually like them coming in because I have ADD, and then I always like if I can't find my iPad, I don't want to like accuse someone of, you know what I mean? I never
shit, I
know.
didn't bring it. Yeah,
I could easily have just like slipped it somewhere in between the bed that I'll never find
Yeah.
it. and
Tackling some maid in the lobby.
I
of the
just
hotel.
never want to falsely accuse someone, so I just say stay out.
Yeah.
But at my last, I was just in Arizona and Phoenix, and they didn't have a do not disturb.
Love
What?
that thing.
They didn't. I just couldn't find one. I could have just asked for
I
one,
would
but I
have
kept
wrote it on
forgetting.
the door.
Yeah.
No, I should have. I was thinking about it in lipstick or something. Stay out, bitch.
Put a
Because
tie
I
on the
came
hand.
Read
back-
it in blood.
I went out to lunch with my aunt. Both my aunts live out there, and then neither of them talk to each other. Very awkward.
She said aunts, by the way.
Yeah,
My
that's
aunties.
just weird.
Oh, I know.
You go
I've been.
aunt?
I say orange now too. I don't say orange. I don't know. Things
Orange.
instead of
Say
orange.
water.
Water.
Wow.
I don't know what's going on.
You've
This is
changed.
a classic-
I mean,
yeah.
I if I come back here longer,
She's
I'll
so
come back.
LA.
You need to get down to South Philly. Stat.
I know.
Get straightened out. Get a cheesesteak. Get your head on right.
There's rumors I might be doing a Thanksgiving show there, but I don't know.
Really?
But nothing's
set in stone.
But it would be fun.
That'd be a banger.
Interesting. What is the origin story of Annie Lederman? Lay it on me. I believe you're from
A Phil-
Cheltenham.
I'm
Yeah.
from Cheltenham, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Twin
lay
Coat.
it on us. Give us the whole rundown.
All right, I'm a twin.
What?
Yes.
I
Oh,
think-
also wait, before we do this, before
Oh,
I
I don't
forget,
like
come
this.
to fucking Caroline's this weekend. Please God, come to fucking Caroline's this weekend. Before I forget. Caroline's.
It's out there, baby.
Okay. All right. I have a twin brother, Max. Okay. His
Okay.
name was actually we were Anne and Matthew is how we were born. But we're Annie and Max now.
Why is that his nickname?
He got it changed legally. He
He
got
did
called
it?
he got called Mad Max in kindergarten. And then
Nice.
I remember exactly where we were when it happened. We were in the after school program at our Quaker school. There's a lot to talk about.
Yes.
And Germantown.
school?
We went to Green Street Friends School across from Germantown Friends
Okay.
in
Yeah,
Germantown.
That's a mix. You might be surprises.
Of course you said
there.
mix, and that is Germantown where the families were mixed.
Yeah, it's Germantown is a very specific
It's
part of
very,
Philadelphia. Yeah.
very like, yeah.
It's goofball. I never grew up
Your
going
parents
over
are
there.
your parents are either two lesbians, one's black, one's white.
Yeah.
But you are mixed up there. You
Okay.
are not a traditional looking family.
Yeah.
In
Yeah. It's
Germantown.
homogenized.
But they had so at our elementary school there was this house right next to it that these like really white trash people lived in. Like when I say white trash, like there was a pile of trash and the kids would emerge and you couldn't tell. It was like moving trash, dirty. You know, kids are just like so dirty, like that, like deliverance.
Like they wake up in the morning and put a dirty T-shirt
Yeah, and they
on
didn't
type
go to
thing.
school.
Where
They were
you
like
go,
always
cartons?
there. So we would just be like going like from one class to the other, walking to the playground, and then these like little like dirty white kids would just be like there.
Smoking cigs and stuff.
And once my brother left his bag, he like went inside. We just all have ADD. He left his bag and went inside to pee or something. And someone stole his bag and he couldn't find it. And then he saw it like dumped out in their yard. Stole his bag.
Rummage through it. Yeah,
I don't know what the
yeah,
hell
yeah.
you're talking about, but you bring it out of here right now. Ain't no one got your bag here.
But we were that family. I realized we were that family on our street. Like we were like
You were the
trash
trashy
people.
family on the
Like
block.
we didn't have trash in the
Yard.
backyard or anything, but we were garbage. Like we were like the loud door slamming. Our dog, we never walked our dog. Our dog would just go out.
Oh.
And then so
what?
the neighbors-
You had a loose dog policy
we had a
growing
loose
up?
dog.
Shit.
To the point where when people would bring the dog back to be nice, we'd be like, we let her out.
Yeah, he was going
like
for
they'd
a
go,
walk.
someone let Pinky out. Like someone would just go let her out. And then she would go, neighbors hated it because she would like shit in their stuff.
yeah.
I would
no
be,
shit.
I would be writing like the township and
insane.
stuff.
Yeah, but
Oh.
it was my family and I realized that's literally how they raised us. They raised us the same way,
yeah.
like the dog. They're just like, let them out. They'll come back when they're hungry.
That's nuts. All
And
right,
that's
so
why I'm a comedian.
break this down for me. What did your dad do? What did your mom do?
My dad worked at he was a treasurer at the University of Pennsylvania. Okay, so there's
that's a
some
good
money
job.
involved.
There's some
Yeah.
money involved.
But my mom had a bunch of different jobs. So my mom like never really like she was not a stay-at-home mom. She was like a sort of around mom. Like she would do like she just like one job she had was she worked at WXPN, the radio station, the Penn radio station.
DJ?
No, she did like their newsletter. So she would
Okay.
interview different acts and stuff. But she didn't really listen to music, so that was always
So
weird.
she could do whatever she wanted. Your dad was bringing
She could.
in the
My dad
coin.
was bringing in the
All
coin.
right.
We
Nice
had a
house?
Nice house.
But
Yeah,
you were the trashy ones in the neighborhood.
It was. Here's the thing. My dad came from a trash. He was from Long
That's
Island.
what it is.
Yeah. So my dad.
So
I
it's
would
not
say,
money.
I
Yeah.
would say my dad's like my mom's from like a nice area in upstate New York, and my dad popped out of a tuna can. So that's like where we're at. And then, but my dad's just really smart.
Yeah, how do you get to the how do you
He's
get to work
so
in the
smart. He's
treasury
just-
at Penn?
So my dad, he's just incredibly smart. He's got ADD. He doesn't get his work done. He's defiant. He's like,
Where'd he
he's
go to
hilarious.
school?
He went to RISD first, Rhode Island.
School of Design.
No, not RISD. What's the one that's the engineering school?
MIT? No.
No,
Your
but
dad-
with an R.
Rhode Island School of
No, it's not
Engineering?
Rhode Island. Engineering. Some engine. What? Not RISD. Fucking.
I don't know. RISD, Rhode Island School of Design is
No,
RISD.
that's not what I mean. But it's he went to Rensselaer Polytechnical Institute.
What?
Yeah, that's it.
Damn.
RPI.
RPI. he went to.
RPI.
So he went to RPI.
This sounds CHI-ish.
It
I don't know.
And but it's so funny because
Polytech
I was
is
asking
never
him
good.
because he's not an engineer. Like an engineer's brain. Engineers are very specific.
Yeah,
My dad
it's
is
a
like
very, yes, yeah,
is
yeah.
funny, charming,
He's a
like,
money
all over
guy.
the place. Yeah. Well, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I think he charmed his way into this job. Like he shouldn't have had this job. He's
Was he there for a long time?
He was there for a long time, but he got to retire early, which I don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah, they
Get
might have
out,
been
sir.
like,
We'll give you
hey.
money. Get out.
Hey, Letterman, kick rocks, will
Do
you?
they still live in that house or have they moved
They
on?
moved. They're in Winmore now.
Okay.
So they didn't move far.
All right.
But they're close.
What was the name of the street in Cheltenham?
I lived on Glenview Avenue, 130 Glenview Avenue.
Sounds nice.
That's not bad.
It was beautiful.
Glenview Ave sounds really nice.
We lived right behind TW Park, so we had a park right near us.
Okay.
Nice.
It was a nice.
A
So
good,
it wasn't
good
a-
upbringing.
Did your
we had
dad,
a beautiful place. Yeah.
would your pop take care of the property? Would he cut the grass and shit like that?
No.
You had someone doing
No,
it.
but next door we had the Burks, there were 2 girls and like 4 boys, I think. So they had 6 kids.
Your age, around
Catholic. No, well, Matt was the youngest, was in between my brother's ages, and I think they shared him. So I have my twin brother. I have an older brother who's 3 years older. So Matt was like somewhere in between. He was like a year older.
Okay.
I don't remember if he was Timmy's friend or Max's friend, but then it went up and it was like a bunch of hot Catholic boys that played sports.
I'm
They look
listening.
good.
all right.
Yeah.
They're all like coaches now, dads. Like they're all doing good. But the oldest one, Jimmy, lived at home and was the guy that did all the lawns in the neighborhood.
Oh, in the neighborhood. It was a
Oh,
local
really?
operation. That's
Yeah.
pretty good. All right.
So you weren't that. It's not like the weeds were overgrown in the
No,
house.
no. We looked fine, but I'm just saying they like threw parties, like they, like they let us have like kegs and stuff. Like we were that type of trash.
Ah.
Loud screaming.
Well, it's
Your
I think-
parents would let you throw. have
yeah,
keggers.
they were
Underage?
Really?
Well, yeah.
Wow.
Underage
Nice.
yeah.
Well, that's always a good time.
Man, talk about rolling the dice.
I mean, it's not the best way to raise a kid, but it's a
No,
good
I
fucking
mean,
time.
let's just say I got molested a lot. They let me.
Jesus Christ.
I got molested quite a few times, but it worked out. I'm a comedian, so
Yeah.
They look good.
I wouldn't trade any of the jizz in. I would never give that jizz back.
Huh. Okay. All right.
But so twin brother Max was okay. So Max came out first. I came out feet first afterwards. Like kicked his ass out.
Jesus, you
And
came out
then
feet first.
I came out feet first. Then I was in an incubator, which I think could be some
this
of the
girl's
trauma.
bonkos, dude.
Some of the
I'm telling
trauma.
she's a twin. She came out reversed in an incubator.
Dude, comes out. Feet
I think
first.
I'm always like maybe I got molested. That like it
They
was
were
like a
just, like,
to
reaching in.
Durkin.
I
You
thought
know.
they spin you if you're coming out feet first. Don't they spin you around?
I don't think they could. No, they pulled my ass out like, and then I got some of the pussy juice in there, and then I had to be in an incubator. My dad said he felt guilty because I was like all healthy in the ICU, and all the other babies were all
Like
shriveled
all
up, and,
preemie.
like
Yeah.
see through.
You're just warming up.
I was like, my skin's actually matte. You can't see the inside.
I'm just getting a base going.
And you have one older brother.
I have one older brother.
How,
yeah.
how many years older is he?
He's like 2.5 years.
All right, so you guys were all in high school together.
Yeah, but I went to Cheltenham. I went to Crefeld.
Okay,
I went to the juvenile delinquent school.
you did.
Wait, you went?
Yeah.
Well,
Why?
We'll get to this. Back it up a little bit.
My parents are idiots.
When,
Wait,
when we left you, you were at a nice friend's school.
I went to
What's
the
going
Green
on?
Street Friends School. I mean, I was
That's
like
a
a
private
little-
school. They had to pay for that.
Yeah, they paid for that.
Okay.
And my school, so my teacher, I was like good at heart, but I did have some emotional problems. I was an angry kid. My dad was angry. I learned to be angry from my dad.
Sure.
So I would get like, I didn't learn to manage my emotions until like probably last year. Sometimes.
I'm still
a
working
little
on it.
bit sometimes. But
Yeah, we're both crazy.
like I wasn't like a bad kid, but I did like throw my glasses case at my teacher's head once. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
just,
that's a
like,
bad
In the
kid.
friend school.
But not like I wasn't like
The
this was,
case?
yeah,
I mean,
it was a
what-
red
damn.
case.
Then what defines a fucking bad kid in your head? Knocking over banks and shit?
But it was more out of like he told me to relax, like it was a trigger moment, you know, rather than like
People hate that when you tell them to relax.
it really
guy
drove me crazy.
You tell me to
You know,
relax,
that teacher,
I
though-
will lose it.
That teacher came to see me when I did Punchline.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you remember you throwing the glasses at him?
Yeah.
Wait,
I don't think that's something
Wait,
you forget.
is this grade school?
This was 5th grade.
A grade school teacher came?
He's my only good teacher, dude. I'm like, thank you for not diddling me. I really appreciate that. He's a good guy. He married my 1st grade teacher, Cindy. We called our teachers by their first names at Quaker school.
I know.
Oh,
that
that's
always
goofy.
freaked me
Which,
out.
by the way, Quaker school, it's fine. When I went to my high school and it was the juvenile and we called them by their first names, that was literally like. it
Well,
was
yeah,
too
you
much.
did that as like you guys looked at each other as like peers. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like,
it
oh,
was
we're kinda-
bad.
Yeah, I didn't
and
like
let's
that.
just say they peered at us.
All right, so did you get kicked out of this friend school?
I did not get kicked out of the friend school. We
But
ended up
come
going
to high school.
We left in 6th grade. We went to Cedarbrook or to EP to Elkins Park and then to Cedarbrook. We went
So
to the public
you were
school.
then in the public school
We
system.
did public school for a couple years. I was smoking cigarettes. I was being a little bit bad, right?
What are we
But not-
talking? 7th, 8th grade? You're smoking cigs?
Yeah.
We're
I'm
talking
smoking
Newports, we're
cigs.
talking Marb Lights, P-Funks. What are we doing
Newport Lights.
here?
Really?
Newport Lights.
Cute, right?
Holy, that's pretty.
Isn't
That is
that
pretty
cute?
cute. I've never even
I
heard
was
of
like,
anybody smoking a Newport
I was like,
Light.
I'll dip my toe.
I just got turned on a little bit. Newport
like,
Lights.
I'll dip my
Let's fucking
toe.
hang.
Newport Lights. But yeah, no, yeah. So I was doing a little bit of that and I was getting into some trouble. You know, I had a friend who, I mean, they're all like diagnosed bipolar now, like all my friends.
Sure.
It's
are
okay.
all like, they got the diagnosis now, but they were fun.
What'd you get in trouble for?
So they got in trouble. They were coming to pick me up. So we met these dudes. We would sneak out of her house. She lived
Wait,
in.
what? Pick you up?
She moves quick, this one,
How-
in these
what grade?
stories.
Here, hold on. So now, okay, so now I'm in like, I skipped 8th grade. I'm trying to think of when this was. I was
Wait,
like,
why did you skip 8th grade?
because I went to the juvenile delinquent school and it wasn't a real school.
Wasn't- yeah,
they were
that
just
was
like,
it.
whatever's gonna get her horny enough to fuck us. No, they had an upper school and a lower school and an upper school.
Okay.
And so they started at like 6th grade, I think, and they went up to.
So for
Senior
your
in high
8th grade,
school.
you should have been in the school you were in, but you went to
But
this.
I ended up
I
going
still
to
don't
that
get
school.
why you
went
they
to that
send you
school.
to this place. It
I
wasn't
just
like,
didn't
it wasn't
really
like Glenn
I
Mills
didn't
or
like.
something, was it?
I didn't. It was like it was like Wingcoat Academy. It was like an alternative school. It was for like the kids that get kicked out.
They give you
Or-
like
You were-
they
but
give
you
you
were-
like sig breaks.
Yeah,
in
but
those
you were
schools.
never
I
kicked
did
out
have
of the
cigarette
school.
Yeah.
breaks. I never got kicked out of a school.
So your parents were just like, we're gonna.
They were like, this thing seems fun.
Jesus.
That's
I was like, pillows instead of chairs. This is awesome.
Oh, man.
You're fucked.
I was like,
up.
Nobody's got
smoke break.
shoelaces on.
Yeah.
So I was 14.
Check your belt at the door.
I was 14. They sent me there, but I don't know if I'd been getting in trouble like the summer before that or after. I can't remember. But I started to be really bad once I was hanging out with the true young criminals.
No, you didn't stay there overnight. You would go back and forth from
No,
home.
I didn't stay there overnight, but I did. There was
mean,
a
it
teacher
wasn't.
that convinced my parents to let me stay overnight, which is why I
What? You had
Yeah.
a teacher convince
had my teachers convince my parents that when I was 16 to stay over there, or 15, I can't remember, 15 or 16.
What?
And it did end up in court, guys.
What?
Yes, I got Jackson Pollocked on my leg by my art teacher.
God.
Holy
Damn
shit.
it.
Took him to court.
Nice.
Got him like probate. I mean, nothing happened. It's a
Yeah,
fucking
it's so bad. It's
like
so
like,
it's so
weird.
bonkers.
What about the civil side? What's the deal?
What? I don't know.
The civil suit.
You didn't
Nothing?
sew them up?
No, my parents I forgive my parents, but my parents.
So this is serious shit here.
I know this was so fucking long ago too. It's like, you know, and your brain doesn't like always remember everything, you know?
Sure.
It like let some things go.
Of course. I came to consciousness at like 28.
I'm just figuring it out. I'm doing like hypnosis to try to like reprogram a lot of shit.
Holy shit, that's
but anyway.
fucking heavy.
So yeah, so I went to court and then
Is this in? Is this?
this was
real,
in high school.
So this is real time. Did they yank you out of there once this incident happened? They kept. Did you go home and say, "Hey, this"?
I
happened?
graduated soon after that. Apparently, I didn't need many prerequisites once I
How old did you graduate?
I graduated when I was 16. Yeah.
Did
Where-
you then go to the rest of high school?
No, I graduated high school at 16, and then I went to I took a year off, and then I went to college.
At this school,
This-
it doesn't
this
make
It's not a
any
real
timeline
school.
sense.
is
It's not a
all
real
over.
school.
None
It's
of
not
this
a
is
real
making
school.
sense.
It's not a real school, but my parents did some settlement.
What
I gotta say, I'm looking at the website. They're leaving out some testimonials.
Where does your brother go
No,
to
they
high
are
school?
probably sweating me so hard right now.
Where did your
that I'm
brother
getting
go
more
to high
successful.
school?
My brother went to Cheltenham. My brothers went to public school.
But your parents, for some reason, sent you to this school.
Yeah, I think I was like PMSing. They didn't understand what's going on. They're like, our
Jesus.
daughter's crazy.
Wow.
She's not like our sons.
Yeah.
But so I ended up going. I mean, everything was fucking crazy.
But
okay. No, ask questions. 'Cause
Yeah, what
I
was
will
some of the
jump some storylines,
we're all over the place.
Sorry, I have ADD.
It's great. What were some of the crimes you were committing, or like the mischief you were getting into? You said you had these bad friends that came
Well,
to
we
pick
would like
you up.
steal cars. Oh, that was
Steal
like
cars.
Come on, man.
But like the only thing I was always really my friends were bad. My friends
I was
were
the
like,
lookout. Why?
No. My friends were really bad, but we would steal. Like we stole our friend Hadley's car. Like it wasn't like
Sure.
Are
You know
these
what I
kids?
mean?
You weren't
From,
knocking over a
they
dealership.
stole.
are
Yeah,
these
like,
kids from your neighborhood?
no, they're from all over.
Okay, all over the Cheltenham area.
No, they're all over the city.
That's
Okay.
bad when you're mixing with that
That's
many
not
different
good at all,
neighborhoods.
yeah.
They're
and
all
stuff.
over different places. Everyone lives somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's bad.
One
Yeah.
guy,
Everybody should stay in their own school district.
John Farley, he used to pick me up and
Beat
he lived
that.
in my neighborhood. I wonder where
When we
he's
go
at.
back to Philly,
He
I don't
didn't
want
do
John
nothing bad,
Farley coming after
But John
me.
Farley's cool. I wonder where he's at. I want to
Wait.
leave his name in.
He used to pick you up what?
He used to pick me
Continue.
up in his Jeep, and he would blast like ICP.
Oh,
But
my
he
God.
lived in my neighborhood ish, and he would pick me up. But it wasn't.
What
I-
kind of
not that-
Jeep? We talking Cherokee, Grand Cherokee, Wrangler? What are
No,
we
he
doing?
had like the
It's a
one with
Wrangler.
no doors.
Yeah.
He had the
Of course.
big.
If you're blasting
tires.
ICP, you're not a Grand
He was
Cherokee.
getting pulled
guy.
over on the way to school for fucking his sound system being too loud. It was fun.
God damn.
What was that song? Stir It With Your Dick. What was that song?
I don't know.
You know what
I
I'm
don't
talking
think I've
about?
ever
Not
listened
familiar
to it.
with their catalog.
I don't know if that made the greatest hits.
Gang, you don't want to spend time in a mattress store like a bozo these days.
Nah.
You don't want to pick up a mattress that you don't really know how it's gonna feel, or if it's gonna be your type of mattress, something you need. Well, Helix has that all taken care of for you. You go on Helix, you fill out the questionnaire, you find out what kind of bed you like to sleep in, and they match you. If you sleep hot, if you sleep cold, if you sleep fat like me, if you're a big guy,
They got big guy.
they got big guy sizes.
They got big guy beds.
They're the best.
Best in the biz. My wife and I took the Helix quiz, and they were nice enough to send us a mattress, baby. Best mattress I ever had in my life. First, like grown-up adult mattress. If you're in the market, sign up, take the quiz. We got matched with the Twilight model, got a queen. So good, I think we're going to upgrade to a king now.
I've done a sleepover over there. He ain't lying. It's nice.
That's the first I'm hearing about this. Just got to say. Guys, it's a huge upgrade to the life. The sleep is better. It's made for you. You know what I mean? It's perfect for you. So if you're looking for a mattress, take the quick quiz. They'll order the mattress. It's matched to you. Comes right to your door. Shipped free. You don't ever have to go to the mattress store again like a bozo, like the big man said. Don't take my word for it. Go to the website. And also, they've been ranked #1 best overall mattress pick for 2020 by GQ and Wired Magazine. I mean, what are we doing? Just go to helix.com/garbage. Like I said, take the 2-minute sleep quiz, and they'll match you with a customized mattress. They'll give you the best sleep of your life. 10-year warranty on this thing.
Nice.
You try it out for 100 nights, risk-free.
Look at that.
They'll even pick it up if you don't love it,
Look
but I'm
at that.
telling you, you will.
Man.
Here it is, the big call to action, baby. Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helix.com/garbage. That's helix.com/garbage for up to $200 and 2 free pillows.
Hey, Kippy.
What's up, buddy?
Raycon wireless earbuds.
I've heard about them.
Just got a fresh pack.
I know.
Absolutely fantastic. Haven't had a pair of earbuds in a long time.
Listen, for the listener, this bozo's just been living his life for years without headphones.
People are giving me looks on the subway. Now things are opening back up. You're going to be around people. You got to have your Raycons on you. Get your tunes going.
Best way to listen.
100%. Kippy, tell them what they need to know.
These things are top notch. Raycons have a 32-hour battery life, so you can listen to what you want, when you want, for a really long time. We're talking 32 hours, not 24 hours, not 30 hours, 32 hours.
It's a lot of tunes, baby.
And the best thing is they start at half the price of other premium audio brands, but they sound just as good.
Nice.
Also comes with a 45-day happiness guarantee.
There you go.
Who doesn't like to be happy?
There you go.
We all could use a little happiness,
Standing
baby.
behind the product. I like that.
And Raycon's guaranteeing this.
Guaranteeing it.
So you really can't lose. Give them a try. You'll see what we mean. Also, you can create your own soundtrack with Raycon. Right now, Are You Garbage listeners can get 15% off the Raycon order at
Nice.
buyraycon.com/garbage. They're already half the price, and now they're giving you a 15% discount.
Great, Craig.
I don't even know what these guys know what they're doing
That's
over
great,
there.
Craig.
Giving away the store. That's buyraycon.com/garbage to save 15% on Raycons. One more time, guys. Get out your phone, throw it in the browser, write it down, tell a friend, buyraycon.com/garbage. Now back to the show.
So you graduate 16. Your brother's still in high school.
Yeah.
Then what'd you do? What do you do at 16?
I did a trip to Central America.
By yourself?
No, I went with like a group of people, and we did
Like an
Group of
organization or like...
Yeah, it was like I don't know where my parents found this. This is
Wasn't
so
the art
crazy.
teacher,
I mean,
was it?
the fact I wasn't. No, the art teacher was like. I don't know what happened to him in between that, but I did talk about this on Marc Maron's podcast.
I want to... Sorry, I put it... There's so many... I have so many questions. Where did you sleep at the school? Was there a place to sleep?
No, their house.
Oh, my God.
Their house. They set up a room for me and my friend to stay there so we could get ready for college. And
Holy
they got us ready for parts of my own.
Jesus Christ.
Let's just say they got us ready for community college.
Manco.
That's fucking crazy, man.
Wow. Okay.
I forgive my parents. I forgive my parents. I forgive my parents.
Oh, man.
They didn't know. They didn't know. How did they not know? I don't fucking know.
Sure.
No, but it was crazy. It was like they
How
were
many
like,
times a week do you floss? That's what I. That's what I was coming to fucking play with.
I
All
do
right.
floss a lot now. Still blood, not enough.
Really?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Man, like an onion, this kid.
It's just all over the place. Letterman's all over the road.
You went down to South America.
Central
For a year.
America, yeah.
Central America
No, I
for
went
a
for
year.
like 3 months, and then I did like a thing in Hawaii too, where I worked with dolphins.
Really?
They found some like it was called.
This
Leap
is
now,
when you're a minor. This is
Yeah,
crazy.
you're like
which is so
17.
insane. I know I could have been sold into sex trafficking so easily. They also sent me to Jersey City for like a modeling agency when I was 15,
Who
and
did
I
this?
my parents. And I almost like I was getting chased by a 6'8" drag queen named Mahogany for my life. Like I was running, I was like, call the cops. And I was like hiding behind cars and shit.
Holy.
I've run for my life a lot.
What the fuck? This makes me sad. I don't like that.
Don't be sad. Look at me now.
You're
Killing it.
fantastic.
Yeah,
This
I
is
feel
why
good.
you got to keep your dog on a leash.
Yeah, this
for
is what happens to
real.
loose dog people.
This is for real.
I'm mad at your parents.
No, don't be
Was
mad
the
at
thing
me.
in Central
I like
America?
I like how your parents sent you a modeling thing in Jersey City, like not even New York.
It wasn't even
Like,
New York.
They're like, listen, we can't be paying a toll for the tunnel. She's okay in Jersey
You're
City.
going to start in Delaware and work
They're
your
just,
way
you
up.
know what it is? They're just really like trusting. So if people can lie to their face really easy and be like, we'll take great care of her. And they're like, great.
Was Central America okay?
It was great. It was fun.
All right. so
yeah,
that
our
was
parents
good.
weren't there.
What about Hawaii? Hawaii
Hawaii
all right?
was good. Hawaii, I was there for a month, trained the dolphins. That was really fun.
And then you come back. Now you're what,
I
17?
come back. I'm 17. I start working with kids with special needs. That's I started working at a summer camp.
Nice. Okay. You're living at home?
Uh-huh.
All
Yeah, I'm
right.
living at home. And then and then after that summer, when I worked at Easter Seals, I then went to the College of Santa Fe in New Mexico.
All right. Now we go. Now
Yeah.
we're getting to some normal ground. We're coming out of 4-year
It
institution.
took us to college to get something to relate on.
Well, the college has since been gone out of business.
Of course it has.
Then it came back.
Of course, Annie.
Okay, wait. Then it came back. So the college went out of business.
Wait, colleges can
It was the
dissolve
College
and
of
then
Santa
come
Fe.
back.
Then it came
A
back.
college can't take a few semesters off to find itself.
It took a sabbatical.
Holy shit.
So the college was the College of Santa Fe when I went to it.
Okay.
Then and I had all these incompletes because I never did my work. I was like still cutting
And you
class in
graduated at
college.
16.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, like, what was your GPA? But did this school even have one?
The school, no, I don't think they had grades. I honestly don't think they had
How many
grades.
years are you actually at
At
that
the high school?
It wasn't 4.
Two?
What the fuck?
2 or 3?
This is happening in my backyard. I don't like this.
Dude, I've gotten so many people in trouble though. I'm good. I'm good at getting people in trouble.
Jesus Christ.
Not in like a Me Too way, in like a real get it done way. Like a.
I can tell you said it. Things ended in court. That's pretty heavy.
I like
But
that.
then he
I
didn't
like
really.
the
Not much
vengeance.
happened because also, here's where the real betrayal. I mean, the betrayal keeps going. His lawyer was
Who's
my
his?
softball
The-
coach. The teacher was my softball coach.
That seems like a conflict of interest.
I know it's not fucked up, but so then he got off because he was like,
You weren't still on the team, were you?
no. I quit. I broke my foot and stopped doing sports and started smoking cigarettes instead.
But
In
like,
a car accident.
you were at the age where you would have been on the softball team, right?
I was in softball in middle school, and I played on the boys baseball team to get my mom's attention. 'Cause she
Played
was
on the
coach.
boys baseball
Yeah,
team.
because she was the
Wait,
coach.
your mom was the boys baseball team coach?
Yeah.
Shut.
Dude,
wait,
what the fuck
what?
is
And
going
then my mom,
on
and then my mom.
Are you
traded
making
me.
this up?
No, she traded me to a different team too, and that's so sad. I was like, "Mom, hang out with me," and she was like, "Get out, bitch."
Two
She was like,
rookies.
I'm the only girl on this team. My
Wow.
mom was like, because she'd always, when I was growing up, my mom's adopted.
She's saying this like it's your mom was the head coach of the baseball team.
She was the president of the Little League for a little bit, Old York Road Little League.
Jeez.
She's got a lot to prove.
Did your college change its name to the Santa Fe University of Art and Design?
And then it went out of business again.
It did in 2018.
Yep,
Oh my
it sure
God.
did.
Now it's called Chili's.
No, then it burned down. Then the barracks burned down.
The barracks?
Yeah, there were barracks.
They're
Army
called
barracks.
No.
No, that's where
Annie.
like the psychology department was like in old barracks, and the
It's called a mental
cafeteria was
institution, I think.
The cafeteria was in the morgue, the old morgue.
That's not a school, though. This is the
screw.
plot.
It's not a school
This is
anymore.
the plot of that movie Accepted. I don't with Justin Long. I don't know if you've
Or
ever seen it.
Hostel. Have you seen that?
It's a little more. Yeah, a little
No,
more.
I
Hostile.
loved College of Santa Fe was actually a great school, and the teachers
No,
were amazing.
I don't know anything about
No,
it, Annie, but
honestly,
it was not.
The teachers were like so good, but there was a president that embezzled. This guy at Lombardi embezzled money.
What you think it was Ivy League? The fuck you looking at me for?
It was a liberal arts school.
The
It was a liberal
barracks
school.
burned down. Did you not hear that?
But I went there
the
for like,
barracks burned down. The barracks.
I like that school though. I think I got good memories of that school. Frank Carell, my old professor.
Did
he
you
was
play
really
baseball
special
there?
I didn't have sports. We didn't even have to take math.
Did you take the SATs?
I did. I took them untimed with no one watching me in my
Upside
advisor's
down.
office on a couch taking naps and shit.
What
Okay,
did you get?
and what'd you get?
11 something.
That's not bad.
That's good.
Yeah.
For having seemingly zero education from what you
No, I have a
just told
seventh
us.
grade. I
We're
have a
going to
seventh
Peter
grade.
Pan High School.
I have a.
This is crazy. I mean, we sat down with like over 100 people and like
Annie.
insane backstories. This is nuts.
This should have been stopped at some
Wait,
point.
can I tell you though?
Right?
State
No,
should
I
have
did
stepped
stop
in.
it. I stopped it myself, but here's the thing that's so funny. I didn't realize until like 3 years ago that everyone didn't have this type of story.
Your brothers didn't even have this.
I
story.
know, it's true, it's
You
true.
didn't even look down the hallway.
Where did your brother go to school? Let's use that as a
Where did they
barometer.
go
Where'd
to
your,
college?
Where'd your twin go?
He went to what is it called? It's in Boston, Northeastern.
Okay.
You want to know what my twin
What's
brother
he do
does?
for a living now?
He is look him up. Look up Max Letterman.
Oh,
Lederman. He is a 2-time Emmy award-winning sports television producer.
Look at that. There you go.
That's
Shout out
fucking
to
amazing.
Max.
Oh my God! If you Google him, I come up.
Yeah, is that him, right?
Yeah, that's
Wow, Max Letterman.
right
Yeah,
here.
There you go.
yeah,
Isn't
good-looking
that
guy.
awesome?
Good looking kid.
It's so funny that if you Google image my brother, I come up. People think
Yeah.
we're if you Google husband too.
Oh,
he
really? It
up.
comes up. Yeah.
Well, because
yeah,
I
yeah.
did the eat out symbol in a picture with him, thinking he was funny, and now everyone thinks I'm dating him. We also accidentally got like engagement photos.
Damn, that was
That
a
was
fucking roll of
ominous.
thunder.
What is that? Is that
That
thunder?
was thunder.
Yeah.
Wait, you got engagement photos with your brother?
Accidentally, because I was
That
working.
doesn't happen.
I lived in
accidentally.
Santa Fe, so I lived in Santa Fe for 8 years, and one of my jobs, I had a lot of jobs there. I was
So you
I
stayed.
can't wait to hear this resume. Hold
no,
on.
you're gonna like it.
So
You're
you
gonna like
stayed.
it.
You when you got out there, you stayed.
Well, I didn't graduate. I took a long time to graduate.
Barracks burnt down.
I finally
she
graduated.
lost all of her stuff.
I
We gotta
finally-
wait for the wood shipment to build them again. Drywall's
all
not
of my
cheap.
all of my credits were in that barrack. Wouldn't that be funny? I was like, you're ungraduated. No, I did eventually graduate, but I had all these incompletes because I learned from my dad how to like, you work the system. I never did any of my work, but my teachers always really liked me, so they'd be like, "We'll give you an incomplete. Finish this later." And so I had
Who's floating this bill, by the way? Your parent?
I had a grandfather.
that
My mom's
expensive, I don't
father.
think.
No, it was expensive.
Really?
My mom's father, when he died, he left us money. He had a lot of money, so he left us
What did
college
he do?
money. He worked something in finance
Okay.
in New York in the city, but
So you're in school for
he left
8
us
years.
like I think he left us like I don't know how much it was, but it was enough to cover like 7 of the years. Do you know what I mean? Like it was enough to cover.
7
But I
of
wasn't in
15
it
years
fully.
of school.
I wasn't in it fully. You know, like I was like waitressing, bartending, and stuff, and like I would take like semesters off. and
I
stuff.
gotcha.
I was drinking a lot. I didn't quit drinking until I was 20, or I did quit drinking at 25. I don't know why I'm looking at you like you don't drink.
Sure.
Maybe someday soon. But yeah, no, so this is what I did in Santa Fe. I was a nanny, a go-go dancer,
Get the check, please.
I did like a special. I was
Why
like a
go-go?
special ed.
Is
Well,
Go-Go
because I wasn't like a
covered?
stripper. Yeah, no, I wasn't. It was the way that job happened
Was
was,
it like burlesque?
no, it was so there was one club in Santa Fe that was called Swig. It was owned by these two gay guys, a couple. So it was like a tiny bit of a gay club, but not really because it was the only club in Santa Fe.
Gotcha.
So it was like, I think maybe if there had been another club, they would have made it like fully gay. But it was, they had 3 podiums down in the basement area. And they would have like me. I just was there drunk one night, and I was friends with the
DJ
manager. And she was like, I'll give you $50 to dance. And I was like, okay. And I was drunk. I'm not even like a confident dancer in any way, but I was wasted. So I was like, sure.
Still in the robot.
Yeah, I was like, I'm there doing everything
shit.
I could. And then she was like, hey, they want to hire you for $50 an hour to come back and do this like every Saturday. And I'm like, $50 an hour is great, right? So I'm like, that's awesome. So I would just wear like knee-high boots and like a short skirt and like bloody top, and I would just like be up there. But I didn't have rhythm or anything, so people would come up and try to dance. I couldn't like dance with other, like it's like this is like, it was a very like tense. Like if anything happened, I was thrown off my rhythm. But
nobody look at me.
So it would be the podium would usually like a gay guy, or there was a drag queen, Brandy, that would come in.
Okay.
Then they hired like a real stripper, and then me. She was a bad dancer, but she had like big fake tits and would wear pasties and would be getting tips in her G-string and stuff. And I was like, that made it weird for me. I like stopped working there because I was like, I don't want them touching me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just sort of to like get other people to dance, but it was a weird. I remember being wasted and like going into the owner's office and being like, they're objectifying me, and he was like, well, yeah, and he's
That's
like,
the
also,
job, yeah.
he's like, you don't have to come here. Like, we don't care if you come back. Like,
yeah.
It's like we don't need you to like. But I would always be like crying. I had like these the little like chicken cutlet things to make me look like I had boobs, and I'd be sweating and they'd be like sliding up, and I would just like my knees hurt. I like wasn't good at dance. I would start crying. Yeah, I would like I'd fall off the podium.
She's got her elbow wrapped.
I really was. I was like a
cortisone shots in your knees.
No, I didn't have health insurance.
She's got an orange slice.
Hey,
Anybody?
who's the girl wearing batting gloves? Huh?
No, but I really, honestly, this is very accurate.
Annie.
Trying to dance in Tim's.
But I was just crying, and
Oh my God.
it was funny though.
What other jobs?
Okay,
Nanny?
I was a nanny while I was a go-go dancer, so there was a lot of glitter in my life. And then I would like I would show up to their house just with like horror,
just
like
coming from
day,
straight
yeah,
go-go.
just so ridiculous. I was an innkeeper at a bed and breakfast. I was a bartender, a waitress, and what else did I do there? I worked with the special ed at the high school for a little bit.
That's nice.
That's good. What kind of
got a good
establishments
heart.
did you?
She's got a good
I
heart.
listen. If you got a disability, I'm into it. Come to my shows at Caroline's. My audience, I'm manifesting like this audience. People are missing limbs. Like I signed some guy's tracheotomy hole the other day.
Oh.
No, it's so awesome. I'm
I
like,
know,
hey, bring your
but
nub
it
up
just-
here, dude. I got a Sharpie.
Really?
Oh, I love it.
Wow.
It's my biggest fear,
What?
having the voice box thing.
Oh shit! I thought you were saying being around people with it.
I
was like, that's sad.
No.
I lose my appetite.
You have another hole to try to fuck. You know,
Try
try to get flexible enough to stick your dick in.
That ain't gonna happen.
That ain't gonna happen.
But I had a lot of jobs there. Is all I'm saying. But anyway, so I don't know where am I at with the College of Santa Fe. It was a good school.
Yeah.
Bunch of weird jobs.
Bunch of weird jobs. What were the restaurants you would bartender and waitress in? Would it be like dive bars or would it be like Applebee's?
Popular dive bars. So it would be like I worked at this place called the
So
Cowgirl.
cool places.
Yeah, good places, cool places. Like I'm not gonna get your order right, but I'm gonna be like fun. You're gonna like me. You're gonna tip me well. We're gonna have a good experience. Do you know what I mean? But I can't have the pressure of like memorizing specials or you thinking you're gonna get like the right temperature of your steak. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be fun. We're gonna be drinking.
Sure.
We're gonna be doing shots. It's gonna be a good time. There's that type of thing.
Okay, I like it.
But I used to make a lot. I remember I used to always go. I'd be like, I would say, I would slap the bill down and I'd be like, anything less than 50% is an insult, and they would give me 50% a lot of times.
Really?
Yeah. They liked me though.
The
I'm
mover and
telling you.
shaker.
play
I
by,
get
I'm
it.
plays
telling
by
you-
her own rules.
I get it.
I like when
She's
I
got nothing to lose.
I'm gonna do a show in Santa Fe and it's gonna fucking sell out hard because I
Yeah.
made like a lot of friends. I was always collecting people, and then when I lived in New York, I used to produce shows, and I had my mailing list was like so long. I wish I still had it because I want those people to come
Barracks
out and fucking
fire.
see me. I know.
What are you
I want
gonna
them to come see me at Caroline's because they all used to come see me just do shows at this restaurant.
Wherever.
Sure.
Yeah. What restaurant?
It was called Life Cafe. It went out of business. Everything I touch disappears.
Oh, this is the last episode of the podcast.
I know. Sorry.
We had a good run.
Chelsea lately, that got canceled after I was on it.
Let me ask you. Let's get in a little Are You
Sure.
Garbage
Let's
question.
like a couple of
All
games
right.
here. Couple of questions.
I'd like to know a couple of things about now. Now, where do you live? What you have an apartment? Do you have a house? What's the situation now?
I have an apartment.
You're doing pretty well.
I'm
good.
doing great. Well, this is new because 3 years ago or 4 years ago, I remember standing outside the Comedy Store. I'm looking at Rogan's 14th car. I am living out of my car for the second time. I'm like, ugh.
What kind of car?
I had a Prius, like one of those little ones, the Prius C.
You were legit living out of it.
Yes, legit sleeping in it some nights, shit like that. Like when I didn't call people in time.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I'm looking at, and I just gone through a breakup, so this was my second time being in the car, and then my friend Mike O'Dare let me stay with him, but it was just like
This is 3 years ago?
Uh-huh.
Damn.
And so, well, when I go through a breakup, I go, you can have it all by, I'm like, take it, see ya, I'm out.
Jesus.
I usually move to the other coast, but I was done with New York. I was like, sorry, New York, we're out.
The
I
Prius
like the
wasn't
weather.
going to make it. There wasn't enough
I'm
charging
begging-
stations.
I like to have a car to sleep in if I need to. But so I was out in the parking lot with Joe, and I was like, how is it that you have like 13 cars and I'm living in mine?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, you live in your car? He's like, oh my God. And he just like pulled out, this makes him sound like a dick, but it was actually really funny.
Sure.
But he pulled out like a wad of hundreds, and he was like, I just want you to know this means nothing to me. He was just like, hand me $300. And there was like a run of like 2 or 3 months where every time he'd see me, he'd just come high five me hundreds.
That's awesome.
I mean, he was
Shout out
paying
to
my
Rogan.
fucking rent. But he was also would laugh in my face, and I'd be like, this is the funniest bit. Let's keep this up.
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is so
this is a great
funny.
bit. This is a great
But
bit.
it was great. And then he stopped doing, which was good too, because I was like, I don't want like handouts and stuff like that. And so, but he was like, start a podcast, come on, we'll promote it, all that stuff. He's like, you should not be the shit.
In your car.
But it
Not
was
at
like,
all.
I realized over the pandemic, over the break, spring break, it was so fun, 2020.
Santa Fe U.
It was really, honestly, this pandemic was not bad. Didn't your podcast kind of take off?
We
and
blew
stuff?
up in the pandemic.
Me
It's
too,
like
me
I
too.
felt bad because like we've said it before, but like people were like, I don't know what we're gonna do, and meanwhile we're like, we're making more money than we've ever made in our entire life.
It's like I literally learned to survive in that pandemic for real. But so I have a solo podcast that I'm bringing back, but I stopped doing it when I started doing Trash Tuesday because it was like
Too much.
we moved apartments. But so I was living in the pandemic. I finally had found an apartment for $1,600. It was a 1-bedroom. And I was like using my spot money from the Comedy Store to pay for it and just like really, really, really scraping by.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started dating my boyfriend right before the COVID hit.
Okay.
And he's 11 years younger than me. He worked at the Comedy Store. He was like, worked in the basement Todd. And I was just like trying to not hook up with him, but he's from
Basement Todd.
Jersey. He's just like, it was just a little bit, things were like he was a match, but I was like, he's so fucking, what am I going to do with this kid?
Yeah.
And so I was going to just dump the shit. I mean, I was like, dude, I'll hook up with you a couple of times and then you got to get the fuck out of here. And then the pandemic hit. Like, it was like a month before that we were hooking up, and I was like, if you leave, I'll die.
Yeah.
And then so now
please
we're
don't
like-
leave me.
I was like, what are you gonna do? You need me. But then he blew up in the pandemic too.
Oh, Basement
He
Todd,
started-
shout out.
He started his own business, and now he's like working as an editor on a story producer on a Netflix show, and he's editing.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
He does all of Whitney's like clips and stuff.
Fantastic.
Great.
Yeah, he's just killing
But
it.
it was your apartment.
I had the apartment, and then he moved
All right.
in. So then I was like, all right, at least I have someone paying half the rent.
Great.
There you go.
And then they sold the building right before the pandemic to a big company. And the big company got rid of, I had a creepy landlord that used to try to kiss me on the mouth and stuff. Fucking annoying.
Man.
I have a
Can't
joke
catch a
about it.
break.
I know.
I have a joke about it, but he used to like,
It's a creep magnet, this one.
no, I really am.
I know. I picked out. Yeah.
You know what they call it? Being hot. Hot with loose boundaries.
called
Nobody
Take
told me-
that, you uglies out there.
Well, you know what it is? I was
trying
cute.
to kiss you in the mouth.
Nobody told me I was cute, but I was cute. So I didn't know. So I was wandering
Yeah.
around not realizing that I was like attractive to people, thinking I was like ugly and like a boy.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I mean,
wow,
you're on the
boys.
baseball
I'm
team.
like, do all boys get poked this much? Wow. But anyway, yeah, so
You're in a place now.
so we're living in this place. They sold it to a new company. The company is like offering everyone buyouts except me because everyone else had lived there for a
There's
long time.
always something with
So
that.
I think
Every
the
situation.
rent was like
It's never just I moved into an apartment and I
no
lived
no
there.
no 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 no.
Happily
So
ever
in-
after.
At this point, I'm looking for we had a nice quiet dinner and fell asleep. That's
Yeah.
what I'm
Never gonna happen.
I'm hoping for a happy ending.
Well, no, it is a happy
It's
ending.
still, yeah, still
Everything's
going.
great. Everything's absolutely perfect, and everything's happened exactly the way it's supposed to happen. And I feel like absolutely grateful for every load that was illegal, that was dropped on my body as a kid.
I like the sentiment behind
There
that.
you go.
Of course.
No. I really honestly, I do feel like that's what I love about having being able to do comedy and like connect with people. It's like, I mean, we are all fucked up. I mean, you guys know this is what your podcast is.
100%.
Of course.
And I don't want to like, I never want to like be too on the nose because that's not funny, but it's like, it really is like kind of amazing that we get to do this.
It's, oh no, it's so yeah.
Every day we think the same exact thing.
I'm like so grateful. And I try to, I'm like, I don't want to be like Kyle Cease, this bitch. Do you know who Kyle Cease is? He was the comic that turned into like a motivational speaker. But I mean, it's like we are, it's just, I'm just really fucking can't believe it. But anyway. So I don't feel bad about any of this shit at all. I worked through all that trauma.
That's
I
awesome.
did so much work on that. I mean, I repressed it, worked on it. You know, like it all came out. I had like a couple years where I was screaming.
Yeah. Well, also think as you get older too, it's like perspective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You look back on it as you get older differently than you did in your 20s or so.
Well, it's like I don't know what the term is for it, but like what I said earlier, where it's like I didn't realize that everyone hadn't gone through this shit. So then when I realized it and I was like unpacking that, I was like, holy fucking shit.
It's a
like,
lot, yeah.
I was like filled with rage. I was so mad at my parents. I used to call my parents and be like, fuck you. Like, you got me right, like shit like that. And they'd just be like, we're sorry.
Yeah.
Or like not really be able to say sorry for whatever reason they're going through. But then when I realized like they're human beings and they just fucking didn't understand.
Of course, yeah.
They would never do that now if they knew. And like, thank God they did it because it gave me a little edge, a little sticky edge.
She got a little spunk to her.
I got a little, no pun intended. Yeah, that's great. I got a little spunk. But anyway, so I'm in this apartment. They start doing construction around the apartment. And I keep thinking I'm going to get a buyout or something. So I'm like waiting in this apartment. Like I need this money
during
from
COVID.
This is during COVID. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, this is insane. I'm not making any money. I'm like, what should I do?
So trashy, hoping for a buyout.
Yeah,
fucking
isn't
sitting here, last man standing, fingers
I'm
crossed.
like, maybe it'll
Give me
happen.
some cash.
Well, they're asking everyone else, but everyone else had lived there for 20 years, so their rent was like $20. So they were like, I was like their cash cow paying $1,600. So anyway, so they ended up like fucking with us, saying they're gonna buy us out, and I was like, all right, whatever. I got an ulcer. Like they're doing construction in every apartment around us, so it was just like
too much.
I mean, I was in hell. You couldn't leave your fucking
Can't leave your apartment. And,
It was so like criminal. But anyway, so then we get our vaccines. We go to see our families. This is as recent as the vaccines. Okay, so I'm like, I'm broke. I don't have anything. I find this guy's podcast, this guy named Jim Fortin, and I started like doing. I just decided to pay for this program that he does that was like so more expensive than anything I'd paid for. But I was like, I'm just gonna like take a leap of faith. I think this guy's like, I love his podcast. I love what he says. And his is all about his take on life and his philosophy, and his work that he does is about like subconscious reprogramming.
Sure, of course.
And but he also like his brother-in-law's a shaman, so he's got some like really like spiritual hippie shit too. But so I liked his podcast. So I was like, I'm just gonna take this fucking course. Like you were able to pay like per month.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. And so I was doing that course, and I was starting to kind of get that I had these beliefs about myself that I don't have money. So I was like, I'm trash. Like if you look at like my family, like my dad made a lot of money, but we still kind of lived like a trashy life. You know, we didn't
my
really
family
like
was the
step
same
into
way.
it.
We were like successful, and then they spent all the money, and then had money again, and then no money. And
Yeah.
we were trash. It was like new money shit.
And it's kind of like the way that the how you're raised with money is like how you live your life through it. So it was like I was thinking the way my family was always was it would be like, we don't have any money. Here's a 20. So it was like very like scary, and then also like, do we have money or not? I can't tell.
Same thing, yeah.
And then it's like we had more money than a lot of our friends growing up, and then I like went to college and everyone had more money than us. So it was like it was a confusing thing, and I didn't really understand it. And so anyway, so I realized I kept moving back into my car. I'm like, this is fucking so weird. I'm like, I do the same thing as all these
You're in
like
this circle of,
multi-millionaires.
like,
Like my friends are like so fucking rich. Like what is going on? And so I started doing that program, and we go to see our family after we get our vaccine, and we come back and there's even more construction. Like the building is like completely boarded up. They took away our parking, our laundry, like all this stuff. And I just looked at my boyfriend and I was like, we're moving out in the next 2 days.
Yeah.
Like we're done. I don't care how we do it.
Yeah.
And I had probably like $1,400 in my bank account.
Mm-hmm.
I go to my mailbox. There's a letter from the IRS. I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck do I owe? Like, what
This
did
is
I
bad,
do?
yeah.
And then I was like, wait, I'm spending money on this program. Let me just like put positive energy out and nothing. I open it up, $6,000 unclaimed dollars. Like
What?
when in the world has that ever happened? $6,000. So then I was like, we just immediately
The white
moved
trash,
out.
come on, baby, let's
Then
go.
we immediately moved out. We found a place.
You
the
buy a
next
new
day.
car.
Thank you, IRS.
Signed- No, dude, I'm like in a Tesla. I'm doing great. But it was just it was like the easiest thing in the
Wait,
world.
you got a
And then
Tesla?
I'm getting one. Yeah,
Nice.
I
that.
like started
The
online.
process,
like,
yeah. Love that.
But
Good for you.
Kids on the come up.
well, I used to say Tesla 2020, and then the pandemic hit. I was like Tesla 2021,
Yeah,
Tesla
yeah, yeah.
2021.
That's great.
And so so that
Moved out of there.
So moved out of there. Now I do live in an apartment, but I live near the beach, and there's security in my apartment building, so there's no homeless people can come in and stab us.
Nice.
That's
Which our
always a
old
plus.
neighborhood was getting so stabby. It's like so crazy. It's so much meth. So
Oh yeah,
so
it's
many knives.
bonkos out
Really?
there. Here.
Yeah.
Now you guys live together in this place.
Yeah, we live together in this place. We got
Nice.
a puppy.
Nice.
We live there with our dog, and then so we moved into a
Do you
one
put it
bedroom.
on a leash?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're very good. He's very well behaved. It's so
dog
funny. My
catcher over
parents are
here.
like, "You have such a good dog." I'm like, "They all start good. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You train them to be bad.
Yeah.
You had to teach them
It's
what
not
to
like
do."
you got a bad one.
Yeah, we got
yeah.
an adorable little puppy. But so he's a year now. So we moved into this new place. It's a one bedroom, and now we realize we need a bigger place. So now we're moving at the end of the month into a 2-bedroom loft
Look
by
at
the
this.
pool, by the gym,
In the same complex?
in the same place, and they have a plug-in for Teslas in the parking garage.
Look at that.
That's classy though.
Talk about coming full. It all
Oh
worked
yeah!
out.
So now I'm gonna bring my solo podcast back because now I have an extra room to make into my studio.
She got studio money,
I got
Tesla money.
studio money.
She's
now.
doing
all right.
all right.
If
now,
you come to Caroline's, I'll have more money.
do you feel that you have a lot of the habits that your parents had when you were growing up, or do you feel like you've rejected them and do your own thing?
I
now?
have been noticing more and more like becoming my parents, but instead of choosing to make it be like, I'm becoming my mother, I'm actually really like touched by it, and I really love it because I figure my mom's 70, my dad's 80. It's like when they go, that's going to be my tie to them. It's like going to be them, like
Sure,
those
yeah,
little
yeah,
things
yeah,
that I
of
do
course.
that they did.
Sure.
But it's like stuff like this. Like they're all like, everyone like loves to overeat and like worry about food, but overeat, and in my family. So my boyfriend got like Oreos and he hid them from me up on the top of because I asked him, I'm like, just keep them away from me. Like
Yeah.
I can't, I'll eat the whole fucking thing. You know what I'm talking about.
Just like that.
And,
You said it, sister.
yes, brother. Oh my God, we're related. But so he heard me like clinking around in the kitchen, and I had like a knife. I was trying to get them off the top shelf, and he came in and he was like hitting the knife out of my hand, like I was like trying to kill him or
Like it was
something.
a struggle.
And
yeah.
I was crying laughing because that's like so my parents. Like my parents are like knocking each other out, trying to get icing from each other. But it's little shit like that. But I like it. I feel like that's how they're gonna be like immortal in my life.
Okay.
That's great.
I like it. Did you brush your teeth in the shower?
No, I do not.
Pee in the
Every
shower?
once in a while, always.
Really?
Yeah, of course. And it's better if
Okay.
there's someone in there. I will piss on anyone. So funny to pee on someone.
Do you have name brand luggage?
I just ordered nice luggage.
What were you using before? Just
Jessica Simpson brand from TGIF from
from
TJ Maxx.
Yeah,
It's so shitty. Like I have one now, and it's so clunky.
Yeah.
But I've been flying first class, so
Really?
Yeah.
Tesla money.
Look at that.
You just because the program that I'm taking, I just retrained my brain to be like I'm worth millions of dollars.
Yeah, yeah,
like I
yeah.
deserve it because it's low self-esteem that's
Of
making
course.
me like feel trapped, and then I'm like I'm not doing anything that different. I just changed my attitude.
We were trying
And
to
so
figure
what-
out
so
a
when-
problem.
So,
and-
like, hang on. So, if an offer comes in, you say, nah, get me more.
Well, it depends on the offer. I also right now like you mean on the road?
Just in general.
Like on the road, my guarantees I've kept kind of low because I would rather like prove myself on the road. I don't want to ever like
if they're too
I
big,
would
then
never
you're
want anyone
indebted
to
to
lose.
them.
Yeah, I don't want to lose money for anyone. Like I don't have
Okay.
any problem with that. But yeah, no, I usually will see if we can get more or see if they can get his hair and makeup, like stuff like that. Like I'll ask
But
them stuff
before
like
you
that.
wouldn't have said that without
I would
this
never. I would
program.
be like, oh my God, is it okay that I'm doing this? Are they
Yeah.
sure?
Hmm.
You know,
We were.
I tip fat now. I mean, not that I didn't tip fat before, but I tip
But you
fat
can like
as
yeah.
fuck now.
Tip
I love
fat.
doing that.
Flying first class.
Yeah, and like sometimes I don't, but the last time I couldn't fly first class because if it's like $2,000, I'm not gonna do it. But it's like if it's just like a little, like if it's a like, it's
What's a little bit more?
I paid when I was going to surprise my dad for his 80th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I flew first class for $1,600 because I was like, it felt good because that used to be my rent that I couldn't make just like fucking 6 months ago,
Yeah.
and because
I
I was
love
going
it.
to see my family,
money,
and I
baby.
wanted to
Loved it.
like, and I just like, now I got my frequent flyer card miles. Like I'm just like, this is just where I live. now.
Yeah.
This
You're
is
set
what I
up.
do.
Yeah. You set it up a bit.
And it's just, they're nicer to you and it's less people in
course.
the row and everything. But then it's also like, I almost don't recommend people flying first class because once you know,
It's tough to go
it's
back.
really hard to go
I've
back.
done it once when someone else paid for
Yeah.
it.
But my coach guy, that guy, Jim Fortin, he's like, I want to recommend you guys start flying first class. just to get yourself back. And
Well,
I just started doing that.
Yeah, it's like you put it out there. It's like one of those things, and then you're like, oh, I deserve this. And then you
Yeah.
feel it's like you carry yourself
I had to
differently.
get over the feeling bad for other people that don't, because it's like that's just like their journey, whatever they're gonna do. But I would feel like guilty before about money. Like I was like, oh, well, why should I have it and they don't? It's like, it's not like about that.
Yeah, no, of course.
They can get it.
What's the bed situation? King size?
Queen size bed.
Queen size bed?
And what we have a
Helix mattress.
one of the like old people beds.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Where'd
really?
I
you
got
get
one of
that?
those. What? When?
No, where?
Why? You can get them at they all have them.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys use that thing?
For like
To
sex
fuck?
stuff?
Yeah. Sometimes he'll like bring my pussy up to him. It's great. He'll be standing.
I meant to watch TV, but
No, it's awesome. It's so funny. He brings the bottom up because the bottom can go up or the top. I'll just sit on the corner and he just like brings me up.
You
I
need
like
a standing desk when you go to work, dude.
Yeah. I'm in.
How many pillows do you sleep with?
I have one right now I'm trying to cure my TMJ. I have TMJ,
What's that?
like the
Tight
joint.
jaw or whatever?
My joint and my jaw is all fucked up and it pops and stuff.
Okay.
And so I realized I was sleeping all squished. Like it sucks because I do like to sleep like on my boyfriend's chest like that, but it's like I gotta lay on my back so I don't grind my teeth.
Making improvements.
I'm really like, and hypnosis is helping me. Like my jaw was like tight since I was
Yeah,
molested.
just
The first time, little. No, I'm really realizing all these things. Like my body's been in fight or flight since I was like fucking 4.
I totally
And
understand.
I didn't
and
even
you just
realize
don't
it.
know that you're in panic
Well,
mode.
because grinding
course.
your teeth at night when you go to or TMJ or cluster headaches, I get all these like tension problems. And when you go to the doctors, they're like, we don't know what to do, and it's stress related. And you're like, fuck you, it's stress related. Like I'm not stressed or whatever, you know. Or
of
like,
course.
how do you stop being stressed? And hypnosis has worked. Like I just had this lady, she just programmed in my brain, my jaw is always relaxed, especially at night.
Mhm.
And it's just like more relaxed than it's ever been in my entire life.
Damn.
It's crazy.
It's pretty cool. Hypnosis.
Yeah,
That's
it's
pretty
fucking
classy.
awesome. I'm gonna learn how to do it too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
That scares me. Gives me the
sleep
heebie.
with
Well,
a
you have to like when I go
I'm
to
not
my
gonna look you in the eye from here on out. To be honest,
I don't
with
know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. I would never do it.
Wake up, my
untrained.
underwear's on backwards.
That's the worst thing that could happen.
I don't know.
The urinary tract infection you get from your little doo-doo going in your pee hole. Your little skid marks.
I wear a sheath. It has its own hole. Let's see what else. Anybody in
sleep
your
with-
family have adult braces?
No.
Okay.
Anybody in your family own a laundromat, bar, or car wash?
No, that's so fun.
Anyone in your family not trust the banks?
No.
Okay.
Did your parents ever leave you anywhere by accident?
Yeah.
Yeah, her art teacher's place.
Yeah. No, that was on purpose.
Okay.
Other than that,
No, this shouldn't count. Swim practice. There was a mix-up of who was
Who
supposed
was?
to
Yeah, that's okay.
pick us
That
up. But my
happens.
mom also really
No one bats
fucking
1,000%.
screamed at that bitch. That was a good moment. She was like, "You fucking left my kids, bitch!" Like it was good.
Really?
It was good. I was like, "Hell yeah, mom."
Did you ever see any of your parents fight? Fist fight?
Oh, fist fight. No.
other people.
Yeah,
No.
no.
No fist fights, but men did tongue kiss my mom a lot in front of us.
I'm sorry.
2 men did it.
What do you mean?
Tongue-kissed?
One, there was a family we used to go camping with. They tongue kissed her. The man did, which I think they were trying to be swingers or something.
Uh huh.
Now as a grown kid.
Did your mom kiss back?
No.
Or she was like, "What the fuck?"
She was always like, "What?" Or she would a little bit and then be like, "This is so weird." And then my next door neighbor.
What the fuck?
These
Married
parents
kids.
are wonky. I'm
And
sorry.
we never
Yeah.
understood it. Like she's never given me an answer. I'm like, there's got to be an answer that you're not telling me. And it's like, you can tell me now, Mom. You're 70. Like,
Yeah.
what am I gonna do? Just do it on stage and tell everyone?
What are we
but-
gonna try to monetize this?
I know it's like such a fine line with them. I'm like, wait a minute. But so he leaned in. He stopped, like waved to us. She was driving in our minivan, picking us up from school or something, and he just leaned in and tongue kissed her. And we were all like, "We're telling Dad."
Yeah. What?
What's your dad say?
He's just like, "That was weird."
What the fuck?
But
These
maybe they were
Lettermans
all
are
swing-
fucking all over the
Maybe
place.
they're all swingers. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be.
No braces when you were a kid.
I had an appliance that
Yeah,
they said
I
I was
had
a
that.
tongue thruster, and I bit
Do you have
my lip.
veneers in now, or are they your teeth?
No, those are my teeth.
Just rock
I don't-
solid.
Wow, fantastic
I don't like.
teeth.
I don't like veneers.
They've never looked good.
I think they look terrible.
My first
They
purchase.
all you look like a Clydesdale. Every single one of you
I'll
out
look
there
like a
with
yeah,
that.
I don't like it at all. It's like I don't like
It's
fake
so
stuff
jarring
like that.
when you
I
see it.
feel really like a hippie. Like I feel like I want to like. I like to just like accept myself and like, you know, I'll wear fake eyelashes, fake hair, stuff like that. But I will always talk about it. I'll never like be
Try to
secretive
put-
about
yeah,
the
of
shit I'm
course.
doing.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't have any Botox. I don't have any filler. I don't have any of that stuff. Like to me, it's just like I just want to like, be who I am.
Yeah, of course.
Huh.
Never get a boob job or anything. I would never do that.
Let's see here. Growing up, if you went to like an amusement park or something and you rode the roller coaster,
Dorney
Park. You went to Dorney Park, you rolled Batman or whatever, would you get your picture? Would you buy the picture? Was that a Letterman thing? You would go to the gift shop and wait and look at like Screen 9 and buy your picture?
I actually don't know if we got the picture because there was one picture I wanted to get and my dad didn't get it, or my brother wanted to get, because we did, I think this might have been Six Flags. There was something that happened where I wasn't holding my head right, and I was getting my head banged, and the picture was like me like crying and wincing in pain, and my twin was like, we gotta get it. And he wouldn't get it, and it is one of those things where I'm like, fuck, you should have listened to Max.
Yeah.
What would be a typical Letterman vacation?
Cape May, Jersey Shore.
You're on Cape May, Jersey Shore. Okay.
So it's Jersey Shore, but it's Cape May. It's a little
Sure.
How did you feel? Because we're Wildwood.
Wildwood, we would go to Wildwood while we were there. We got lost there a lot. They would lose us there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it was usually my brothers. I didn't get lost as much. But I do remember like pulling a man's like sweatpants. I'm like, Dad, and it wasn't him. Like, Daddy, you know.
Yeah.
In the funnel cake line, like, fuck.
Yeah.
Cape May's those are my dad's pubes. No, I feel so lucky no one in my family ever molested me or there was never anything. My family, the only thing they're guilty of is like not being as aware. They were very like just trusting of everyone. But they never were
naive,
like
maybe.
Naive, but they never were. They weren't bad like that. No abuse. They didn't hit us. I mean, I got hit a couple times, but I remember it, you know, and they do too.
If I got hit, I deserved it.
Yeah. Well, I think about it, I'm like kind of should have gotten hit.
Oh, yeah. I should have got my...
I'm like, I really should have been hit a little. I should have been smacked around a little bit.
Yeah. Just to stay in line a bit.
Yeah.
Have you ever won anything? Lottery?
My mom always wins like the gift basket at things. Like if she's at something where they're like, put a ticket in, she always wins it.
Yeah, she's running the auction probably. She's setting it up. What do you mean?
No, she has weird like win luck. She won a trip to Hawaii with my dad when they were first married. There was a crepe contest, like some crepe stuff. And
she
it was
says
like
that like we.
It was like a pineapple. It was like, you know what? It was like a pineapple.
A crepe
I know my
contest.
brain. I have to work on that because I have to like paint pictures.
Talking about the
slower
French
for people.
pancakes? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, the thin
thin
crepes.
pancake.
But it was like on canned pineapple or something. They had a contest where it was like a crepe recipe, and my mom submitted and she won. And then she and my dad went to Hawaii on a crepe contest trip.
This is literally nuts.
Who watched you while you were gone?
That was before we were born, but we had our nanny / cleaning lady was this chick Mavis who would hang out with us.
You
She
had
was
a
from
cleaning
Guyana.
lady?
Yeah, she was from Guyana.
Probably, yeah. I mean, your dad was doing well. You got cash.
It was a big house, yeah.
Big house. How many bedrooms?
3. It was. They converted the 3rd floor into 2 bedrooms. That was like an
supposed to be
attic,
an
yeah.
attic,
And it's 2 bedrooms. And then there were my parents' bedroom, my brother's bedroom, my bedroom, and then there was a small room that they used as an office.
Garage?
Good size house.
Garage, yeah.
Do you have a garage fridge?
My brother turned it into a Thrasher Stadium, which was where they would all smoke weed. They got all these couches from Goodwill, turned it into like a place to smoke weed. There was a flag bung that my older brother named Flaggy. My older brother, everything was named the E of whatever it was.
Oh,
He'd be
really?
like, Cuppy. Can you get me Cuppy? So funny. But we
Did they change? Did they actual do construction on the place, or was it just a garage?
No. My parents
with
were just like,
couches?
do your thing. Yeah, so it was a garage
That's
with couches,
so
so they would have to.
trashy.
But it's so funny because the light would turn off after like 2
15 minutes or whatever.
So they would have to hold the thing. They put a glow in the dark sticker on it, so they would have to push the thing up and down every 2 minutes, so the light would go back on.
That's so trash. I hung out in so many garages on couches, smoking cigs, smoking weed, whatever. It's a great time.
But they got us
But
like an air hockey table.
It is for sure the
That's not bad.
trashiest house on the block.
Yeah.
there
If you're
pool?
hanging out in the garage.
No pool.
No pool.
But we hung out at the local pool. But the garage. But I'm just saying, like we were like,
The local pool.
yeah,
The
we'd hang out at
neighborhood
like.
pool.
Yeah, we'd
Rec
go to
center or
Glenside
whatever.
Pool. We'd hang out there like we were always on the swim team. We were always like just getting sunburned every
Okay.
summer. But we would just go by ourselves. Were you guys alone a lot as kids?
Yeah.
Like you just wander around. Isn't it weird now thinking about it?
Hours.
It's
We'll just
but
leave.
would you just like wander? Like we would just walk to the pool. Like isn't that crazy? Thinking
Yeah.
about it
I would
now?
just like, hey,
We would leave in the morning. In the summer, my
You
parents
just
would go
come-
to work.
yeah.
We'd leave in the morning and be back for dinner.
Yeah,
Or we'd all be
And it
hanging
was
out at somebody's house.
totally normal.
Totally normal. Riding
would,
our
like,
bikes
check
down
in.
No
like
cell
highways.
phones, nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
So
check
weird.
in at like, if I left, in the summer, like, hey, it's noon, I'm leaving,
Yeah.
whatever. Leave a note. You always leave a note, like, hey, I'm
But you guys have
at
kids?
Justin's.
No.
Would you
Now?
ever?
No.
Would you ever do that?
It's
Did you
so much
used to have a
different
kid?
No.
You're like now? I'm like no. What? Not in the
Yeah,
past.
no,
Oh my god,
no,
this is
yeah.
the
I
saddest thing
feel
I've
like
heard.
everything's too structured now as far as family life, where there isn't time for, like, my niece and nephew. They don't have time to, like, disappear and go hang out with their friends. It's something
They're
organized.
always
and,
in like baseball, soccer. It's like
But
things
your kid
right
will get
into another.
snatched or something. I feel like you can't have your kids just like walking by themselves places.
Hell no.
No, I don't. Yeah, I
Uh-oh.
mean, I don't think that happens anymore. I think that's why there's probably more fucked up shit that happened in the 70s, 80s,
Yeah,
and
totally.
90s and stuff. You know.
Drink
But-
milk with dinner growing up?
No, but I would have been able to if I wanted to.
Do you like cottage cheese?
Yes, I do.
You do.
I haven't had it in years, but I used to. My mom was on Weight Watchers, and we used to. One of her Weight Watchers thing was like
the bub was big.
was toast with cottage cheese and like jam, and that was pretty fucking good,
Yeah.
honestly.
Well, growing up, what grocery store did your parents go to?
Not Gennardi's. What was around there?
Gennardi's is top notch.
Was it fancy?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Good market.
We went to like
ShopRite,
ShopRite, and then they would always change.
Acme.
Acme. Now that my dad loves Giant, that's my dad's favorite.
He's all check out.
Yeah, it's all right. It's good. Middle
He's
of
all
the road.
check out.
But we never did. Yeah, no, we never were like Trader Joe's in high school. My parents
Really?
lied about
In
it.
high school?
Yeah,
Damn, you had Trader Joe's when you were in high school?
they turned it into. Well, maybe I wasn't. Maybe I was in college, but there was one in Willow Grove.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we travel a little. We do a little extra
Yeah.
next to the liquor store.
Ever have a thumb ring?
Yeah.
Toe ring?
Yeah. From the Jersey Shore, my mom and I would get like little matching things, matching rings or whatever. We're there.
Okay.
Do you call it mini golf or putt putt?
Mini golf,
Okay. Putt putt is trash. I'm going on the
miniature
record.
golf, maybe even.
Yeah, miniature golf.
Maybe the
mini
full
golf.
name, yeah.
Miniature golf, mini golf, but putt putt is a no go.
Is it supermarket or grocery store to you?
Supermarket,
Is it book bag or school bag?
book bag for life.
Book bag for life. Okay. Dinner,
And I can't read, so that means a lot.
Yeah, that's true. Dinner or supper?
Dinner,
Not bad. Not bad. Your parents still have a fax machine.
no, but they have a scanner. Like they always had
A scanner.
My brother and I actually, I should come out as like, I did some bad stuff. Okay, my brother and I, when we had to do, did you have to do driver's ed like classes? For some reason, we had to go to the school.
We went to Montgomery County Community
Yes.
College.
But we went in the Northeast somewhere.
Okay.
Somewhere
I
in
had,
Northeast
like a
Philly.
private, like we had. Like
I had the
car.
private guy.
Yeah.
Did you have Norm?
That was just a
No, remember Norm's?
Yes.
Holy shit!
Do you remember Norm's driving?
Norm's
he was my
driving
dude.
school.
He was
That
that
guy was Norm
that
made
big
his
fat guy.
fucking rounds.
dude. That big fatso.
I never
I
got
didn't
those
have
cars.
Norm.
Did they have
It
two
was-
wheels in there?
Yes, he had a brake
He
and
had
a
a brake
wheel.
and a steering wheel.
And he was
I
he
might
had a
have did
stutter.
Norm.
He had a
Toby
stutter,
was
big fat guy with a
horrified.
stutter, and he would make you drive to his house to get chips. He'd be like, I
I
have to get
did go to
chips.
the house.
Yeah.
What?
I might have did Norm. Norm's growing up.
Might have
Every
did. Norm might have did you.
yeah,
huh?
I don't know.
No, Norm, another one. Thank you for not molesting me. You had a perfect ample opportunity.
Shout out to Norm.
Um,
Wow, that just blew my
Yeah.
fucking mind.
no, we're
Norm's-
gonna have a lot of these. Like,
Norm's driving school.
Like,
Holy
let me
shit.
come back on the show at some point, and we don't have to
100%.
talk about
Whenever
the
you're in
past.
New
We'll
York.
just
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about. We'll find all of our like Philly things because there's gonna be a million of them. But my brother and I, my twin, we went and did the class at some college, but it was in Northeast Philadelphia somewhere. And my mom had a Xerox machine that you could like make shrink things. Do you remember that? You would like there was just my mom had like this big ass Xerox machine, and you could shrink stuff, and then you put it in like you'd put like 50%, and then you make it like really small. We stole the book to pass the class.
Yeah.
And we shrunk it down. We circled all the right answers, and we just handed it out to these kids. We didn't know them.
That's great.
We just handed it out to all of them. Everyone cheated. Everyone passed. And so we're probably like responsible for a lot of vehicular manslaughters in Northeast Philadelphia in the late 90s. So sorry about that. Around 1998.
couple of people getting clipped on the boulevard.
My boyfriend was 4.
Play an instrument?
Just the recorder. Not well. Just in school.
Yeah, but you bought it for like $6.
I just bought a
whatever.
new one over pandemic. I was like, I'm going to teach myself how to play recorder. And I was like, no, I'm not.
That's
Is there a painting of your family at your parents' house by any chance?
There is now, but that's because my older brother just got it.
Wow. Of the whole family?
No, of them. Just of them.
Just of your parents?
But you know what I got my boyfriend? I got my boyfriend one of those things from the mall that's like the crystal where they etch in the picture and it's on a light that box.
That sounds trashy.
Real
It's trashy.
I mean, if you're getting
Is it-
etching done at the mall,
Yeah,
it's trashy.
it's in the middle of the mall,
I'm
not
a mall
not a
bitch.
store.
Yeah, in the middle of the mall.
Nice.
I'm a mall bitch.
Your
What was your mall
kiosk
growing up?
gal.
Was
Talking a little inside baseball.
Willow Grove,
Okay.
and I got caught shoplifting at 14. They took my Bloomingdale's took my picture. I was stealing sunglasses. They handcuffed me to a bench. It was this like black guy in a Hawaiian shirt. He was undercover. So I thought I was getting kidnapped by a man, like a stranger.
It's also that's dicey.
It's so
Somebody just
embarrassing.
grabs
But
you,
how
yeah,
embarrassing is it to be the guilty one screaming for help?
Yeah.
He handcuffed me to the bench. I was like, someone help me. Stranger danger. And then they had a paddy wagon. They're like, sorry, bitch, you're going in here. I was like, oh, okay.
Jesus Christ.
What's the credit card situation now?
I have one credit card. I had some Macy's and some Bloomingdale's, but we've moved on from that.
Cool. Yeah.
Um,
Store credit cards
didn't
are
close
trash.
them, but you know they do a thing where they'll like just like charge you 10 cents every once in a while for
Yeah.
something,
Don't work
and
it
then
out.
you're like, why is my credit low?
Oh,
And it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
because they like will be like, oh, you didn't know about this $1 fee
That
for
way-
Is the
Yeah.
credit good now?
credit's growing. Credit's growing. Do you
Credit-
know that
What's the
money?
credit limit?
Tim, don't listen. Credit limit is 8,000 on my card right now, but
Whoa!
but
Big
I
spender.
spend more. I'll spend over that, but then I'll keep paying it.
Yeah.
The minute I started doing this shit with Jim Ford, I'm telling you,
Wait, you'll make sure you pay the credit card off at the end of the month.
I pay it during the month so I can get more money. You know, if you pay during, so I'll pay the 8,000, then I'll pay like I just had to do it today. I paid 2,000 towards it, so tomorrow I'll be able to spend more money on it.
Now you use this. You always use this when you make purchases.
I'm trying to use it all the time because it's my American Airlines one. But my business manager just got a business manager, same one as Tim Dillon.
This.
Well, Tim Dillon told me he called me like a little while ago and was like, Annie, everything can get fixed with money. He's like, no restaurant's closed. He's like, your credit, you just pay a guy $3,000, it's up. So that's kind of where I'm at.
That's great.
I
That's
like
big. 8K is nice.
If you go, like, if you see something like, I saw this, I mean, this necklace was a little above the price range, but I saw this necklace, I go, oh, I want that necklace. And they were like, it's $44,000. And I was like, ugh. But if they had said $4,000, like, I would have made it work. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Like, it's like, and I'm not even saying, like, I'm going to put out into the universe that somehow I get that fucking, like, someone's going to give it to me or something. I don't know. Like, maybe that will just end up in my place. But shit like that has been happening for me. Like, weird shit like that.
Yeah.
Like-
I'm a big proponent of, like, you have to, kind of believe. You have to, if you don't believe it, who the fuck is going to believe
But
it?
it's like, if we go, like, we don't deserve shit and we're nothing, like, we're the only ones that would even know that. So it's like,
Of
we're
course.
just, like,
You're
letting
just-
people
you're-
know we're trash.
Of course. Yeah. For
You know what I
sure.
mean?
For
It's just
sure.
like, it's so
Um,
weird. I mean, it's interesting to navigate in comedy, not being like a bitter, prickly, angry bitch anymore. But
Well, that's like new for it's just like when I see somebody succeed now, I'm like, fucking great for you. Just because
Yes.
it's like you're coming from a different.
and the
fucking
people that don't
place.
make it, I was talking to Josh Potter. because
Love Josh Potter.
Josh
Shout out
Potter
to
is
Josh.
Shout
a
out to
king.
him.
But we like, I've been like telling him, like, I'm gonna ruin your career, so you have to be an opener for me.
yeah.
I'm like, this is a headliner you guys are getting as an opener.
I know.
And
Yeah, he's so
I will
funny.
fucking destroy him. I was like, I will me too you if I have to. You're fucking not.
He's the best.
But with him, it's like, I was talking to him. It's like all these people, because I mean, I actually don't remember him from New York, but he knows me from open mic scene. Like, fuck, dude. I was looking at my Instagram, like back at one of my first ones, and he had liked it. I'm like, that's so sad. I had no clue who you were. But so I was talking about it. It's like all these people that like we used to look up to don't even fucking do comedy anymore. And you know what they all have in common? They're bitter, shitty, complaining, focusing on what they don't have. Like,
of course. Yeah.
it's just like, you just got to be like, stay in your own lane and like focus on your shit. I mean, still talk shit because it's fun, but
Oh yeah, you got
in the car.
yeah.
We play a game called Guess Who Stinks, and it's 20 questions. Like, so you think of a comic in your head, and then you have 20. Like, you just go, is it a guy or a girl? Do they work here or there? And it's the funnest game in the world.
It's so weird.
Fun on the road. All right, hit us with a couple.
All right, we got a couple of Patreon
questions.
questions, guys. So when you sign up for Patreon, we'll ask your garbage question.
And sign
on the
up.
air.
It's doing really well. They're putting, here's the thing. My Patreon, I completely like abandoned and I'm coming back to it. So don't worry about it now, but check it out in a little bit. But it's like, if you do have people there, it's like you want to do more for it. So you should sign up for their Patreon because they actually give a fuck about you and they will be putting good content on there. It's like when you only have like 20 people on yours or 100, it's like
all this work.
you want to give that to like the masses.
Yeah. We put out a shit ton. I mean, you get bonus episodes of AYG. We do a whole nother podcast on there, Hard Feelings. We do live streams with the top tier members. And then we do the live shows. We shoot the live shows and then put the live shows on there as well. So there's a lot of fucking content, and we love doing it. Everybody's awesome, you know. All right, let's see. This is from Kay. Ever play drinking games at a family function? That is a true mark of trash.
Well, drinking game is what? Drinking Jaeger and trying not to show my tits to my entire grown family.
Yeah, that would count.
Yeah, that's a game.
Put that as a maybe.
No, I was getting blacked out. Yeah, it was a nightmare.
Yeah.
I actually. Oh, I'm sad. This is only going on Patreon, but it's a good Patreon.
No. This goes everywhere.
Okay, guys. So I went to my older brother was a part of a frat. He doesn't want me to say the name of it, but he was a part of a frat at Penn State, and I went for Parents Week, and I was 16 years old.
This
I
is
had my
going
nipples.
to end poorly.
I had my nipples pierced. 16 years
You
old.
had your nipples pierced at 16?
At 14. I got the
At
second.
14?
At
14?
I got the left one at 14, the right one at.
Did your parents know that this was getting done?
No, but when I was in a fight with my mom when I was 14, I was like, I have sex, I smoke cigarettes, I drink, and I have my nipples pierced. I think that's one of the times I got hit. I got thrown on the bed for sure.
Did you get it done at a place, or did a friend?
I
do
went
it?
to South Street Tattoo.
The South Street tattooed a 14-year-old girl.
No, they pierced it, and it is weird because you have to
That's
touch my tit. It's like it's a.
Yeah, I know what a nipple is.
Is that crazy? I never thought about that till more recently.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
think
everything
I had
you've
a
said
fake
has
ID.
been nuts.
Yeah. Bananas.
And you guys are from Philly. I feel like you wouldn't think it was that crazy.
No.
I didn't get my nipples pierced till 16 at least. I'm a fucking gentleman over here.
So Penn State fraternity house
So I
family
show
weekend.
Up, family weekend. I show up. We get my parents go back to the hotel. We get fucking hammered at the
Hammered drunk.
just like drunk tequila. One of my brother's friends goes, like, let's go shot for shot. And I'm like, only sister, you know, so I'm always like trying to fucking be as cool as the boys.
Plus, you're a bit of a partier.
Yeah, I already was a partier. Yeah, I was like, dude,
Newport
I already
Lights, the
fucking,
whole
I'm
nine
about to
yards.
graduate from high school.
Yeah.
I'm
Was
16.
your brother
I'm like,
comfortable with this?
I'm about to burn down the barracks.
No. I mean, he didn't care that we were drinking, but he was not comfortable with what happened. So what happens is I get hammered on tequila, and then my brother's friend who's taking shots with me also has his nipple pierced. So he keeps going, oh, you have your nipple pierced? Let me see you. I'll show you mine if you show me yours, right? So then it turns into a line of my brother's friends coming to see my nipple pierced, and I'm just flashing people. And they're like grandparents. They're like, this is parents' weekend. I mean, we're at the party part, but like some parents
Still.
stayed.
Yeah, of course.
And then so the next day,
It's family weekend.
Got that?
so the next day, my brother's so mad at me.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I'm like, I'm looking back at this, I'm like, I think you should be mad at Dave because Dave is the
100%.
fucking
100%.
1 over 18 who is like, you know what I mean? I
But
didn't
it's also
fucking
like
know.
I killed it. I was the life of the party for
And
a little
also,
while. I
like,
was
that's a good
fucking-
story.
I was holding court.
But
okay?
imagine that's at your fraternity for the rest of your life.
Oh, that's tough. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Yeah. That's
You
And
hear
this
what
was
Letterman's
before-
sister did, man?
I know, dude.
Showed up to the party.
But yeah. So the next day, we didn't want to tell my parents what happened, so we just said that I like
Why
threw
would you?
cake. Well, we wanted to. They needed to know there was some anger happening. So what the story we told was that I like threw cake in someone's face. So my brother was like, I can't fucking believe you threw cake in so many people's face.
There was a line of people and you were throwing
There's
cake in their face.
so much cake in so many faces.
All right. This one's from Matthew. I don't know. This answer could go either way. Growing up, did you or your siblings ever refer to your parents by their first name?
Never.
Okay.
That they drew the line at.
Yeah.
I just still call them like mommy and daddy.
Okay.
Really? You said mommy and daddy?
Sometimes, yeah.
I call my mom mommy.
My aunts aunties. Yeah.
Surprised it's not aunt. That's what
Well, I think it's
Aunt.
because no, wait. I think I
Aunt
can trace
Debbie.
this back
Aunt
because
Putty.
we called everyone Aunt Nancy, all that stuff. My nieces call me Aunt. They live in Boston, so I think because I'm Aunt,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
and then the boys called me Aunt that are in Philly or
Yeah.
they're in Jersey now. But
Aunt.
Okay.
I want to go back though. Orange really popped in. I don't know how that happened, but it should be orange.
Orange. Yeah.
Orange.
Orange. This will be the last one. This one's from Michael. Have you ever tried to charge food or drinks to another room while staying at a hotel? If you're in room 305 or you get your dinner and you say, I'm in 308.
You don't do it in the hotel you're staying at. You go to a hotel, you eat there, and then you just make up a number and you leave.
Yeah.
But you know when I did that?
Have you done that?
Wait, oh my God, do
Yeah,
I have a
what?
story for you guys?
Jesus.
Hold on.
Probably did. She was 7, I'm thinking.
I was 14 years old. I was in Mexico
At
on
the
a school
plaza.
trip. No.
Wait,
Mexico or-
what?
Hold on, you guys. This is such a good story. Okay, spring break. We used to do spring trips with
Hold on.
my school.
I have no idea where this is going to end.
Okay, so my high school, the
Who
big
goes
school,
on spring
And
break
it's not going to be
14?
good.
This is not. It was
Oh,
not a
this
real
was the
school.
summer I worked for the cartel for 3 months.
Wait, this
You guys, how I am alive. I feel so good about myself.
That's great.
I'm
It's
so
crazy.
proud of myself. It's so crazy. But I also have great stories.
Wait,
so
is this the prison school?
this is the bad kid school.
And they sent you
took
to
us.
Mexico?
Yes, only once, never again.
I mean,
You're welcome.
I could have.
My friend Malo, MK Asante.
You should
is-
own this school at this point.
This
you know
is
that.
nuts.
My parents were donating money to this fucking school until 2 years ago when I saw it in the mail. I went, "You're fucking donating money to the school that molested me?"
Jesus Christ, still?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
No, not
automatic
now.
payment.
Not
Pick a
now.
fucking
No,
side,
no,
will
no.
you, mom and dad?
Not now.
I
Not
gotta
now.
cancel those free trials, man.
I know.
But
Oh,
so-
yeah.
Okay, so the spring trips, like some people would go to Oregon, some people they had like different trips they would do. Ours, they were like, we're gonna go to Mexico, we're gonna go to Cancun. It was during Cinco de Mayo. We're gonna go to Cancun to see the ruins,
motherless
to
fuck.
see the Mayan ruins, right? But all the teachers they were fucking. Not all of them were molesters, but one recently also got caught with kiddie porn. It was like shady shit was going on in that school in the 90s.
Damn,
Who was the
dude.
The principal's gone. I think he ran off with a student. I don't know that for sure, but I think that's what happened with him.
Fuck.
It's a bad school.
Jesus.
It was a bad school. We didn't realize.
Did
but
parents come on the trip to chaperone, or was it all?
no, it was all teachers. And then so
This is like a fucking racket.
I know.
my
You were trafficked.
but my friend Malo, whose name is MK Asante now, he's got like 5 names. I don't know. He's really we're like some pretty epic success stories from the school, but we hated each other in high school. We had gotten in a fight. They had to have us, and they were giving us a meeting in the principal's office, and I flicked a booger in his face, and he lunged at me.
You flicked a booger at a guy?
Yeah, dude.
That's
Milo was wanted to fuck
Jesus.
me up. But anyway, so he
That's the craziest thing she said.
he
all
wrote a
day.
book. He wrote a book
Flicking
about
bugs at people.
he wrote a book about the school that was like a bestseller.
Really?
Yeah,
Good.
Don
So at
Cheadle.
least-
Don Cheadle's like involved in optioning as a movie.
Great. Let's drag these
He's-
fucking bozos through the mud.
I think his was about the school being good, and then we
What?
reconnected. We reconnected, and we started remembering all the
Being
shit.
good?
And we started remembering all the shit. But he just has a different relationship. But he was like, oh my god. And then our friend Dustin, who passed away, but he was an acting coach.
I knew
and had
someone didn't make it through.
No, a lot of people died, but Dustin had diabetes complications, but which we're worried about. But careful.
Easy
But
does it,
Dustin
big
was
fella.
I'm
Dustin
pre-diabetic, I'll have you know.
Dustin was an
Soon to be
acting
post.
coach, and he had all these acting schools, and he worked with like all of Will Smith's kids and stuff. Like he did really well too.
Yeah.
But so Malo, Dustin and Malo were in Cancun the same time I was, but we weren't friends yet. We didn't become friends till grown-ups recently, like
Sure.
10 years ago. He and Dustin were like at strip clubs and shit, like 16.
Yeah, you're in
whatever.
fucking Cancun.
We were we were just drinking, getting fucked
16
up.
in Cancun. You might as well be 38.
But we went on a booze cruise.
with the
The teachers took us on a booze cruise, and I won a striptease contest at 14. I won a bottle of tequila, and they took the tequila for themselves. But that's it.
that's I mean
And
the fact that
Dustin's
you're
like-
doing a
That's
striptease.
fucking insane.
Isn't that so
nuts.
crazy? And Dustin, he's like, I have pictures of it. He passed away, so I don't have the pictures, but they're somewhere at his mom's house. He has pictures of me. Is that not the best TBT you've ever seen in your fucking life? That's like an album cover.
That's an album.
Isn't that insane? But that's where we did the thing.
Beginning of
where we
a grand
did the
jury
wrong difference.
testimony.
Yeah.
I know. I always get scared that I'm gonna get sued by people for telling these stories, but
Sued? What do you mean? You were the victim.
I know, but you get scared. I don't know.
Hey, this girl I molested keeps talking about it. What the fuck?
No, when I
what
talked
the
about
fuck
it
are they
on
gonna
Marin-
Bygones be bygones.
When
huh?
I talked about it on Marin, I didn't say the teacher's name or the school or anything because I was like still very in it, very like traumatized and scared. Someone figured out who he was just from what I said, and he had moved to another state and was just starting to work with at-risk youths again, and I fucking blocked his ass again.
Nice.
Yes, good for you. Look at that.
Fucking superhero over here.
Driving her
Cool.
Tesla from town to town.
Annie Lederman.
Stopping ne'er do wells.
$8,000 credit limit. Tesla. New 2-bedroom apartment.
What is
successful
stupid.
With a
boyfriend.
loft.
With a
With
law.
a loft. Successful boyfriend. On tour.
Mhm.
Podcast is killing it. You're
Sold out
killing
my
it.
last weekend.
Sold
Well,
out
nice.
her last
Uh-huh.
Where were you?
I was in Arizona, in Tempe, Arizona.
Great.
Caroline's
Almost
this
sold out,
weekend.
not the full weekend. Almost sold out the entire weekend though.
Caroline's this weekend. Is that correct? This
Yes,
comes out?
Caroline's this weekend.
Fantastic.
I'm doing.
You're trash, but
I am
fantastic.
garbage, but I'm making the best of it, and so can you, trash. But also go to AnnieLetterman.com. You can see all my other tour dates. I'm on the road a bunch. I'm going to like next. I'm in Hartford. Then I go to I'm gonna be in like Chicago and
We got a big Chicago base. Go out and see
Ohio,
her.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of stuff coming.
Super funny.
Gonna go do
Hard
drugs.
worker.
Wild app.
Gonna
Wild.
go into Death Valley to do drugs with Doug Stanhope and all his boys.
Really?
Yeah,
There you go.
gonna be fun.
That'll end well.
Work hard, play hard, baby. I like it.
Mushrooms.
What else you want them to know? Is that it?
I got merch. I got drawings that I drew that are doing really well. Really
Great.
cool. I like to be able to share my drawings with people and
Love it.
throw them on my shirts. So you can find those at AnnieLetterman.com too. Trash Tuesday. Check out my podcast. I also have my solo podcast will be coming back, so you can follow me on YouTube for that and watch all my old episodes of my old podcasts. They're great.
Love it.
We love it. Kippy, what do you got for them?
Guys, just subscribe, rate, review the whole 9 yards, YouTube, Patreon. Buy the merch while it's still available. And
Get it while it's hot.
live shows, we keep announcing more dates. We have a shit ton of dates coming up, so check them out.
What a fucking episode.
Bonkos.
Bonkos. Annie?
I
We
can't
love
be
ya.
the biggest piece of trash you've had on.
No,
here.
it's just wild stories.
Wild.
Yeah,
Wild.
I have so
Wild.
many. I gotta write a book.
Yeah.
100%.
I know.
You need to write a book. Wild stuff. We love you. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Gang, we'll see you next week. Peace.